wish I can just stop everything. Okay. We are starting tonight. So tonight will just be an introductory class. Yes. Let me pause all the forms of notifications. Very good. I'm coming. Okay, very good. I'm happy we can all hear me. Yes, so what we'll be doing today is about data analytics, data analysis, everything that has to do with data analytics, and by extension, data science, and by extension, artificial intelligence. So I want to give us an overview of that field of study. So it's a very broad field of study, and it has to, let me say Happy New Year to all of us. Today is the very first day of the year, and we are starting this strategic training program on the very first day of the year. So it's very strategic, and I believe all of us will actually benefit from it. So Happy New Year, everyone. If I'm here to wish you Happy New Year, this means saying Happy New Year. So we can start. So yes, I'm here to show you how to become a data analyst. So, becoming a data analyst has to do with you having a wide range of skills. Or let me say, what's data analysis? Or what's data analytics? Or what's data science? So before you can be able to define that, you have to understand what is data, and secondly, what is the meaning of analysis. Data are raw facts. We have been told this since maybe primary school. Raw facts. They can be in form of figures, they can be in form of letters, they can be in form of pictures, anything. Data can be anything. And analysis means like trying to interpret. When you try to interpret or present a particular information from a particular data that you must have secured. So trying to interpret, that's the meaning of analysis. Trying to do a presentation. The presentation can be visual in form of graphs, and it can also be in form of table, it can be in form of words, and it can be just like theoretical interpretation. So that's the origin of data analysis. And I can still remember that I defined data analysis to us as trying to take a particular raw fact, process it, and then visualize it, and then use it in making decisions. Those are the critical parts of data analysis. You take a raw fact, you refine it, you clean it, you process it, you convert it to information. So the process of converting data to information is what we call data analysis. I think it's very simple that way. So now you trying to become a data analyst, yes, a very good discipline. Companies pay huge amount of money. It's one of the tech skills out there, where you earn over, in fact, in a year you earn hundreds of thousands of dollars in data analysis, as a data analyst, because somebody that works and does the work of data analytics is called a data analyst. So it's a very good discipline. It's a tech area that really pays a whole lot of money. So for God, if you have been exposed to data analysis as a student, maybe in your university, this is not what we are talking about. SPSS research is a very limited area when it comes to data analysis. So although if you have your way, you know how to go about it, there's also a way of making lots of money from that. You can help. That's what I do. I help our researchers to write journals. So, and they pay, of course, from outside the country, from inside the country. Even people, all these lecturers, they write journals. So you can help them with the analysis. But the rate pay comes from people that are outside the country. They'll be able to pay you in dollars. And there are different ways of going about it, which we'll be going to later. Then you can be employed. Different companies outside there, they need the service of either a data analyst or a business analyst. A data analyst is also a business analyst. The only difference is that it is very clear that you work in a business enterprise, in a business environment. So that's what that is all about. So if you Google now that how many companies in the United States needs the service of a data analyst or a business analyst, you will get the figure. Then you may want to also try to use LinkedIn. So just, there is a section of LinkedIn that has to do with jobs. So just click on vacancies available for data analysts. You will notice that there are so many opportunities as a data analyst. But the problem people are having is that they don't have the required skill. Or let me say, they don't even know what is expected. Of course, that's just the truth. Many of us don't even know which skill is expected of a data analyst. That is where the problem lies. Somebody asked a question while we were on camp that he was exposed to SPSS, but then he discovered that this data analysis something, the skill that they were asking of, there were too many, that there are so many skills that they expect them to have. They were asking of Power BI, they were asking of Starter, they were asking of SaaS. So all these skills, yes, they are true, but there are some skills in data analysis that we can consider as core skills that you must have. You can now, after having these core skills, you can now broaden it. You can now decide that, okay, so maybe by the industry you find yourself, you discover that, okay, the service of this particular software is needed. You need to use a particular software and it's not part of the core skill. But I can assure you that the core skills we are going to be learning, they will be fundamental to any other skill that you need to learn later. So we may not be able to learn all the skills, but then you have the access to the core skills. So now, the first skill as a data analyst that is needed 100% is what we call SQL. It is being pronounced SQL. That's the right pronunciation, but when you write it down as SQL. This is the primary tool you'll be using as a data analyst. I'm sure many of us didn't know. Because under SQL falls under the category of database management. So it's a database management tool. So many people don't even SQL or SQL. So many people don't even know that SQL is a data analysis tool because it falls under database management. Yes, but that's the very first thing you'll be doing as an analyst, because the data you are looking for has to be stored somewhere. The data has to be stored on a particular system, which is known as a database. It's from this database you'll be able to access the data and do anything that needs to be done on the data. So if you don't know how to access the data, which is the primary thing, then there's nothing like data analysis. So how to work on SQL. is fundamental. That's why any interview you'll be doing, the technical interview is going to deal with your ability to use SQL. Your ability to use SQL. They may not test you on any other thing, but they just have to test you on the use of SQL. That's why most of the job adverts out there, you will see them putting SQL, that you must be proficient in the use of SQL, you must be proficient in the use of so. But the very first skill is that SQL. Now the second that you will need is this business intelligence tool, or what you can call data visualization tool, which is either Tableau or PowerBI. There are more than 10 business intelligence tools, softwares. They are used for data visualization. Yeah, Power BI or Tableau. Those are the tools that we are going to be considering here. But then there are host of them. So now Power BI is a Microsoft tool, just like SQL, while the other one, Tableau, is another tool entirely, which is also a business intelligence tool for data visualization. You need it as a data analyst. Then the next one we'll be considering is Excel. Microsoft Excel. That's the next skill set expected of you as a data analyst. Excel is a common tool. Many people must have used Excel before, but then it is still fundamental. It is still one of the required prerequisites. In fact, companies expect you to have a background knowledge of Excel. But then Excel for a data analyst is not the same thing as Excel for other people. There are so many things Excel can do that people don't know. And that's what we are going to be studying here, Advanced Excel. That's the name. So call it Advanced Excel. So many things we'll be using Excel to do that may not have been known in the public space. Now for a data analyst. Then the next one is Python. Python is the next skill. Actually, one thing about Python that I want to let us know is this. Both the SQL, what's the name again? Power BI, the data visualization tools, Excel, everything that all these things can do can be done in Python. Python on its own can stand alone as a tool for data analysis. So Python is like all in all. So if we just want to focus on Python, we don't even need any other tool. But the challenge with Python is that it's difficult to learn. It takes time. It's coding. So if you are working on only Python, at times, before you become a professional in Python, while somebody that is, sorry, sorry, I'm very sorry, it's still the festive season. So while somebody that is coming in and learning SQL has gone far ahead, has even gotten job, you are still, sorry please, you are still trying to put 1 + 1 together under Python. So that's why I didn't put Python as number one skill that we need to learn. So that is that. So I believe we understand that. Then another one that we also consider is a cloud skill. That's the last set of skill that we need as a data analyst. Is all these cloud websites like AWS or Google Cloud Platform. I think there's also one Azure. So they are not common. They are not common. Many people don't know about them, but they are becoming relatively important in data analysis because they have affected the use of data in different organizations. AWS is there, Amazon Web Services. So all these cloud platforms, they are also going to become relatively important as we proceed. We have to consider the future. So that will be the introduction. So now we know the skills that we need to learn as a data analyst. We said the first one, SQL. The second, who can tell me the second one? Are we together? Hello? Are we still there?
We are with you, sir. We are with you, sir.
Which
So
skill
I
is the
can't really hear you. It's very slow and I can't hear, sir. Honestly, it's faint.
that's interesting. Okay, who can tell me the second skill?
I can hear you well, yeah. I,
The second skill.
is it not Python? Okay, you talk about Excel, sir. Is it not Excel? Because Excel.
It can't be Excel. Can't be Excel.
Can you hear me, sir? Okay, sorry.
I
Okay,
said the
sorry, sorry.
first skill is what?
SQL.
SQL. Good. And
What
the
SQL?
second,
Yes, sir.
Bolu, can you hear me now?
No.
A little bit, sir. Please look at the other tools that you said that we need to be able to use. You said the first one is SQL.
We are with you, sir.
Good. I was like, Python can do everything uh, that the other softwares can do, but learning Python may be a bit difficult. Learning Python may be a bit difficult. That's why it's important you know SQL, you know Tableau, you know Power BI, you know your Excel. So now, after you have known those ones, you now coming to learn Python. You can, even if you need to spend 3 months, if you need to spend, depending on your background in coding, programming. But the other thing I would like to say is that one thing I have discovered as regards tech generally is that no matter what the skills you want to learn, no matter what the particular skill, even if it's not data analysis, whatever skill you want to learn, there are some basic skills that are very important. And that's the skill of graphic design. Graphic design will help you to know how to do color combination. Even by the time you start, because you need to create dashboards in Tableau. So color combination, how to make use of canvas, these are basic skills that are very important. Also coding and web design. No matter uh, the the particular area of tech you want to focus, these particular skills are very, very important. Coding, programming, then web design. And you will continue to see the importance as we go on. That's why I decided that, okay, although you wanted to learn data analysis, I brought in some courses out of experience. I don't know if my voice is okay. Let me put it okay. I know what to do. All right, can you hear me now, everyone? Yes. So although no matter the particular area where you want to work, no matter your field in tech, there are some skill sets that are core. In fact, if I should have my way, if I should go back now to say I want to enter into tech, the first skill I would have learned is graphic design. So that was why I incorporated some skills to join data analysis, to join you as a data analyst. Web design, you will need it. You will need it. I only didn't discuss it tonight. Why? Because I reserved some discussions till the time we want to start talking about the monetization of your skill. So digital marketing, you will need it. You will need it. So, but for now, the basic or the core skills of a what's the name of a data analyst are those 5 I've told you about: SQL, Tableau and Power BI, Excel, Python, then either of AWS, Google Cloud Platform, or Azure. So those are the core areas for data analysts. But anything that you want to do, even if it is not data analysis, you will always need some basic tech skills. Your proficiency in those skills will give you an edge. For example, now somebody that's already proficient in coding, that's already proficient in JavaScript, asking the person to come and learn Python will not be a difficult task. Also, Python for data analysis is not that difficult. So I still believe that I will be able to get it. Hope my voice is still clear. I want to believe my voice is still very clear. Good. I'm very sorry. I think my phone was far away before. All right. And I don't think you can hear me through the laptop in front of me at all. That's okay. Now, the next thing now is we need to have a laptop so that we can download SQL. It's available online, it's free. So I don't know, do we all have laptop, or what's the plan? Can we all access a laptop so that we can use for practice? Or what's the plan, please? If you have a laptop, simply respond, I have a laptop. And if you don't have, you can respond, I don't have a laptop. Okay. 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 All right. I think what we are going to do is for Python, there is an app for Python that we can use on our phone. There's also an app for SQL. So we will use the SQL app on available on mobile phones, Android. For those that doesn't have the access to laptop. But then please, if we have to borrow a laptop, if you have a friend that has, it will also help you in maybe, because in your place of work, you won't be using your phone. So it's better to be totally grounded. It's better to do it where it is needed, even if what you can access is a desktop. At least, if not tonight, maybe in the morning hours. So let's try to access a laptop. So then what I will do is that I will prepare a video and I will send it to us. That will, for those that have laptop, for those that have phone. So I will provide a screen video that will explain how to do the download both on phone and on laptop. SQL on phone or SQL on laptop. So we can manage the phone. It will also work so that we'll be able to progress and learn the essentials. So the only thing that will be different is the platform. So by the time you now have your laptop, you do it on the laptop. Then you can also, I believe that you should come across a laptop that you can still say, okay, please let me just use your laptop for maybe 30 minutes. I believe that will also work. So that would be, I think for now, I think that would be all I want to say. I will send the video of the how to go about the. Hey, sorry, I will send the video of how to go about the downloading of the software. Okay, Amara is saying that she has a laptop. That's good. Okay, but I think others don't have access to laptop. Okay, so I will send a screenshot of a video of how to download the SQL and make it work. All right, I think that will be all for tonight. Just expect the video both for the phone download and for the laptop, both the phone and the laptop. Okay, please, do we have questions or anything you want me to? Let me try to unmute all of us. Allowed to speak, allowed to speak, allowed to speak. Okay, allowed to speak, yeah. So we are free to speak. Any
Hello, sir.
questions? Yes.